What do you got for us, Moon? The road less traveled. Moon wants us to, it remains unconvinced that you have not received a sustained head injury. Jeez. If you ask me, there not be gain from mulling over the implications of our story in the freezing cold. Let's save it for the rising stones. I'll get everyone to meet us there. But before you do that, I best pay a visit to White Brim Front and speak to Alphanot. He's probably worried sick about you. That, or he'll be busy playing at politics with the Ishgardians. Either way, I'm sure he'll be delighted to see you hale and healthy. Speaking of which, you don't have a headache or anything, do you? No? Blurred vision? No? Oh, no reason. See you again soon. Awful lot of concern for just meeting that person. All right, let's. What is this place? Oh, it's a tent. The fire wasn't loaded in yet, so it looked weird. All right, let's get over to White Brim. All right, so we had picked up a new belt, which is another 2 armor. Still got the same outfit look. And then what was the other? Reputation? Oh yeah, we have 48 commendations. So at 10 we get a title, at 50 we get a minion, 100 we get a helmet, 300 a barding, 500 a mount, a robe at 1500, and another mount at 3000. That is pretty sweet. That is all the reason to do more of those then. Alright, this way, I suppose. We gotta go upstairs. Got a quest guy there. There we go. Mr. Alphanod. There, none the worse for the wear. Was there ever any doubt that the Warrior of Light would succeed? I think I speak for all of us when I say there's nothing more than to hear a steering tale of your victory, if you would be so kind. I guess the armor set is kind of like what these Ishgardians wear, but it's like a heavy armor. That's what it kind of looks like. Then we were too late to prevent the summoning, but not too late to prevent the loss of life, an outcome worthy of celebration. And one for which we have to thank you. Yes, you're right, of course. Sir Emmerich, we should be content with that, what we've accomplished. I, for one, could not have wished for a better outcome. Shiva is no longer a threat, and the heretics have been routed. Aye, there is a matter of Iceheart's escape, but she cannot run forever. Whether it takes days, weeks, moons, or even years, my knights will find her. In the meantime, Lord Drill is the killer van ready. The supplies that your men recovered have been prepared for transport in accordance with your wishes. Rest assured that my knights will see it safely to Reverend's Toll. Of that I have no doubt. I take it these are the same supplies the heretics stole from the House of Fortem's caravan? Less the crystals which compromised the bulk of the shipment, yes, scarcely a fraction of what was promised, but a meaningful contribution to your cause the same. An unrelated note, might I trouble you to accompany me to Camp Dragonhead at your earliest convenience? 'Tis not for my benefit. A certain lord was most distressed when he learned of your intent to risk life and limb to stop Iceheart. It took half a dozen knights to restrain him, I am told. Jeez. Men give vent to their anxieties in a myriad of ways. Pray do not think less of him. All right, now to Camp Dragonhead with Is that Archifant? I can't remember. I think I pronounced it like like 10 different times. Last stream trying to figure out how to pronounce it. Come on, fly. What are you doing? Alright. Archifant. Yeah, there we go. Thank you. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, he's right in here. There we go. Takes like 3 clicks to get off. What were you thinking, wagering your very being on a dubious theory which might allow you to enter Iceheart's lair, knowing full well that she could have sufficient forewarning to complete her ritual and summon Shiva anyway? And then engaging in an abomination in mortal combat by fury. 'Tis the stuff of ballads, a battle for the ages. Would that I had been there to fight by your side. Yet here I was forced to wait, condemned to wonder at the fate of a dear friend for a veritable eternity. I would not wish to torture on my most hated enemy. Sigh, but you are here now, and that is what truly matters. So let us move on. Sir Emmerich wished to have words with you and Master Alfnod in private. He awaits us in the whatever. Our private quarters, wherever that is. I think it's outside, right? It's like outside and around. Yeah, there we go. Odd that there's no like tunnel from there to there, but greetings. I shall let you in at once. Proceed.
On behalf of the Holy See of Ishgard, allow me to express my deepest thanks. Never before have we been required to contend with a primal. Indeed, there were fears in some quarters that our knights might not be equal to the task. From what we have now learned of these beings, I can say with certainty that we would have lost a great many men had the Scions not intervened.
Then the argument for preemptive action should be self-evident. Perchance now you will reconsider my proposal that Ishgard move against Natalan.
Ere we first met, a similar proposal was tabled, but the Holy See decreed that we were to observe, and that military action should be taken only in self-defense. All things considered, it was not an unreasonable decision. Since the calamity, 2 vigils have fallen to the Horde, while Garuda has never shown any inclination to storm the gates of judgment. Which is why this unprecedented crisis and its resolution may prompt a change in policy. You who have faced these primals know well the threat they pose. Ishgard did not. Not until now. And there is naught like a brush with death to change a man's outlook.
At the very least, this should silence any lingering objections to our arrangement with Revenant's Toll. The Holy See may even feel moved to grant us its formal endorsement.
So far as it is possible, the Scions shall be compensated for their service.
We should be grateful for any aid you can provide.
As a gesture of good faith, I shall withdraw my previous request. Your people are doubtless needed elsewhere.
That will not be necessary. We too have a vested interest in watching Dravania's movements.
I see. Once more, I must thank you.
Sir Emmerich, if I may, do you truly believe that Midgard Zoma could return?
The heavens are a window unto truth, but those who interpret their movements are not infallible. I requested your involvement as a precautionary measure.
But of course, you sought an excuse to compensate us from the first, mindful of what would happen if Revenant's toll were taken by your enemies. Ishgard is not wont to aid its neighbors, but that does not preclude it from manipulating them to serve its own interests.
Choose your next words carefully.
Do you know what sort of man becomes Lord Commander of the Temple Knights? One who comes from good stock. I did not. Yet here I am now. Why do you suppose that is? Because I swiftly learned to tell the difference between words, deeds, and beliefs. You are correct, Master Leveilleur. Ishgard desires to see Revenant's toll flourish, as it would present a troublesome obstacle to our enemies from the south.
We are so glad to be of use to you.
As we are to you. Ours is a mutually beneficial arrangement, lest we forget, one born of necessity. The dragons grow more restless by the day, and the heretics harry us nigh without cease. We have contended with such troubles for centuries, but there are limits to even our endurance. Yet as a pauper is loath to part with his meager possessions, the leaders of Ishgard are not wont to render up their trust to outsiders. But with perseverance on our part, they may yet be made to see the light. Nevertheless, one must take care when walking the road less traveled.
Wise words, Sir Emmerich. I shall make a point to remember them. I must apologize for my earlier outburst. I hope it will not sour our good relations.
Not at all. You but spoke from the heart. I trust you understand that at times my duties may prevent me from meeting with you. On such occasions, my second-in-command will speak for me.
Lucia, at your service. Pray excuse our reticence. We are but wary of speaking too freely, lest our sentiments be made known to our enemies. Know that the Lord Commander and I are of one mind. For the sake of Ishgard, and of Eorzea at large, I pray our peoples can put aside their differences. Those who dwell in the past risk losing sight of their future.
Should aught befall one of our shipments, pray inform Lucia immediately. You may also relay to her any words you might have for me alone. Not being of Ishgardian birth, she owes no allegiance to any noble house, making her as near to incorruptible as one can find in my homeland. Suffice it to say, I trust her completely, and so may you. Which reminds me, Lord Orchefort, if you would be so kind.
Orchefort. Orchefort. T is silent.
Certainly.
In times such as these, trust is ever in short supply. Mayhap this will go some way to rectify the problem. The results of our investigation into the heretics' recent attacks, as well as our interrogation of the merchant you detained.
Sir Emmerich, I cannot thank you enough.
Think nothing of it. Ishgard may be many things, but it is no friend to Garlemald.
Did I not tell you to have faith, my friend?
Orchefort. Alright, we completed the road less traveled.